iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts,
playlists, and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Hey, 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 everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today, do you remember the first time you had to pay an electrical bill or any sort of services bill?
Yeah, I moved in with a flatmate, my first flatmate, and we were renting a television and I think an answering machine.
Yeah, right.
And it was my job that month to send the money off, and I sent cash in the mail, and a man knocks at the door and says, "You haven't paid." I said, "I sent it off. I'd sent cash in the mail, just the post office nicked it."
You know, how did you get to this age?
I was, 21.
I would have loved to hear that voicemail on the answering machine.
No, but someone came and knocked at the door.
Yeah, that's what they used to do. You hire purchase stuff.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
These days the kids just get TVs because they're so cheap, but in the old days they were quite expensive.
Yeah.
I always remember those bills. I remember my mum and dad paying bills and then thinking, well, how do you do that? Well, how do you, even work it out?
But when people talk about balancing a checkbook, I still don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I don't know what it means. It means you've got enough to go out.
Yeah.
To match up what comes in.
Yeah, of course. So what you're supposed to do when you wrote your check, on the stub you wrote what it was for, and then you'd balance what's in your account. So I'd write what's in the stub, I'd send the check out, and then I'd just write another check, and I wouldn't actually balance it. I just kept writing checks.
Yeah, of course.
And all of a sudden I'd be overdrawn. I go, I wrote it in the thing.
Yeah, I wrote it.
I wrote it down.
That's what I was told to do. I wrote it down.
Yeah, and my maths, it's
not great.
It's not really good. There is now, in the University of Canada, they've launched an Adulting 101 course for students looking to learn life's most basic tasks.
We should have that in schools. My friend Anita McGregor, she teaches at uni, and she has. See, this thing, it doesn't matter. She has staff that don't know how to post letters. She has staff that don't have skills to answer a telephone, and these are postgrad students. But these are things that matter to us. Does it matter
to them?
Do you have this is a debate you and I would have. Does it matter that I don't know how to change a tyre?
I don't think about you so much not being able to change a tyre, but it's very handy in your life to change a tyre.
These days of outsourcing, our skill sets are different, and people of our generation think you have to know all that practical stuff, and we think you're missing out on life skills if you don't. But with a changing world where you can get other people to do these things for you and you use your time elsewhere, do you have to know this stuff? What are they teaching in this class?
Where you can learn how to change a tyre, managing your finances, grocery shopping, keeping your laundry whites white.
Really?
Yeah. Things like that. How to sew, how to cook, how to not set yourself on fire.
Yeah, I took
There's
that
actually
one.
a class, don't set yourself on fire.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, look,
You're a practical person,
Well,
and it matters to you. You often say the young people don't know anything, so you think it's important
it
that people
doesn't
have
matter
these
to
skills.
me, but I made myself, as I've said before, Generation X is a very capable generation.
Here we go.
So, well, no, that's not here we go.
So
the
my generation.
The baby boomers had the war, and they had cheap housing, and they could do whatever the hell they wanted. They could be absent fathers. This is the baby boomer men. The Generation X people, we came along and we said, we don't want the harshness that our fathers went through. So we became very capable. So at the same time, we could change tyres, we could wire up an extension cord, we could do all that stuff,
but then
and we could be present parents.
Yeah, but how then do you feel? Because you're then the curmudgeons who don't like that the next generation down can't do any of that.
I don't think Generation X are curmudgeons. Our generation just go, okay, mate, I'll just fix it for you.
No, but you're sneery at your generation.
I'm definitely sneery.
Your generation, by and large, is sneery at the capabilities of the next one down.
Yeah, because they have no capabilities.
Yes, but does it matter? Because they do have capabilities.
Well,
they have different capabilities.
Yeah, but unless you sound like someone's mother.
It's true though.
But they have different.
They navigate the world. They navigate a world that you don't have to navigate.
I reckon.
And they have a different skill set.
Our generation runs rings around them as far as just getting stuff done.
Yeah, and then next time you need your son to fix the TV.
No, well, I fix it myself. He's got no idea.
No, but
so I've adapted to technology.
You're like amphibious man.
I understand. That's what Generation X do, and people that listen to this from Generation X know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, we didn't have phones. If you got a flat tyre, you had to change the tyre yourself.
I know.
Because there was no one.
Of course
you couldn't
you
ring
did.
Dad. You couldn't.
No, of course you did.
And because
you need to today.
Because they got phones. So really,
Yeah, that's my
if
point.
they didn't have connectivity that they have now, they would probably be capable. But because it's like the weaving loom and the mill, all those things made things easier in our lives, a mobile phone makes life 10 times more easy. You remember when you were a kid, you go and look for your mates and you couldn't find them anywhere, you'd ride your push bike and the only way you could tell if your mates are around if their push bikes were in front of another mate's house. And then you look at the kids now riding all those fat boy e-bike things around. Like I saw this big fat kid riding this big fat bike and I'm on my normal push bike that I got off a junk pile off your son. He's riding along, wheezing away on a big e-bike and I go next to him and he obviously goes quicker than me because he's propelled by the technology. But I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with the world? We used to ride bikes without an e-bike engine.
He is navigating a world that you don't have to. There's much more traffic now. He is facing a future of having to marry an AI bot. They will have a different environment and a different life to us, and we can't see it through the prism of us, or we will never accept them.
It's a hard luck life, isn't it, for those kids?
Oh, I love that you're so capable. You've irritated me now. Let's end this.
I'm as capable as anything.
Well, go make me a cup of tea.
You want something done, you get a Generation Xer to do it.
Maths, 25 plus 8. Do I call you son?
I'll
call you son.
Well, he won't answer his phone. And I don't need to do that to prove some sort of point by you. You don't even know what 25 times 8
No,
is.
but I'm not banging on about how brilliant I am and no one else is.
I never said the words I'm brilliant. I just said Generation X is a very capable generation. Why are you getting all bent out of shape? You're part of that.
I don't like this generational talk because I think it demeans the older generation and the younger generation. Because
I'm just saying we're in a
they look at you
generation-
and think you're an old fart, and you look at them and think they're idiots. And somewhere in the midst of that, the reality lies.
We were raised with corporal punishment, lead paint, asbestos, no helmets for push bikes that didn't have motors in them. We were raised with all
That's
of that.
the most boring trope in the world. And kids today are in a very different world that is very hard to navigate. Go and lick your paint, Brendan, when you get home and enjoy yourself.
Let's have an appeal-a-thon for them. Actually, there probably is.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more of Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.